Hey guys, happy Friday. It's Dr. Lauren. Today I wanted to jump in and chat with you about something that may be affecting your alignment. Because a lot of times, we have practice members come in and it's like, what can I do to hold my alignment more? This is a really big and good goal to have in response to care. And so when Dr. Jake and I are assessing practice members and we see, that head tilt came back and the legs are off, we may ask questions like, well, did you hit your head or did you have a fall? And, most of the time the answer is no, I didn't do anything like that. I mean, every once in a while I'll be like, oh yeah, I did. And it's like, okay, it's very obvious as to why your alignment was disrupted. But most of the time it's not. And so I want to bring to your attention the idea of a repeat use injury or microtrauma. And so repeat use injuries don't have to be this big sudden insult or acute injury. They can be these small microtraumas that happen in our daily activities that are affecting our ability to maintain our alignment. And so some examples of repeat use injury would be how you're sleeping. If you're sleeping in a stressed position, you are going to be microtraumaing your body, very small microtraumas over that 6 to 8 or 9, how many hours you sleep at night. So that's one example of a repeat use injury where you're not sleeping in an optimal position. Another example would be when you're at work or at your computer. If we're sitting here like this or like writing like this, yes, it wasn't a big hit to your head, but you are causing stress to your body. That is a microtrauma. And how long are you sitting at your desk during the day? How many times during the week are you required to do that? So that's another example. Final example is our exercise routine. So if you aren't using proper mechanics when you're lifting or running or doing your yoga, Pilates, or cycle class, in that period of time, you're going to be creating microtrauma, especially because it's a higher level intensity. Sleeping, working, that's at a lower level intensity. But as soon as we increase the load, we have a higher susceptibility to tissue damage if we're in this altered structural state. So these small repeat use injuries, although not a big fall or a big hit to the head, do create microtrauma, and it's, day in and day out that you are performing these. So the best way is to assess how you're sleeping, how you're working, how you're exercising and moving, and looking to correct and bring better structure to those activities so that you can reduce the trauma incurred from those activities. Because we need to sleep, we need to work, and exercise just helps us express our optimal self. So I want you to take an assessment of what you're doing and assess your structure and ask yourself, am I potentially traumatizing myself to the point of knocking myself out of alignment with these activities? And if you need any help on how to shift something, feel free to reach out to Dr. Jake and I or ask on this video. We'll be happy to help fit together the puzzle pieces so that we can build your best life and we can start to hold those adjustments for longer and longer.